So I'm watching the Kings and the Thunder, and the Kings have a great opportunity to steal a victory from the Thunder in OKC, but squander it with a bunch of bonehead decisions and terrible IQ. Here's what happened. As you can see, the Kings are up one late in the fourth, and they've just gotten a rebound after leaving Wiggins wide open for a three. Sabonis rebounds, kicks it to Schroeder, then digs to the low post with a small on him. Schroeder passes to DeRozan at roughly the top of the key with Hartenstein on him. At this point, there's 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Plenty of time to set up a play and run a half-court set. Or, with having the big above the free throw line, potentially driving by, attack the paint, and thanks to Levine's screen, getting a kick out to Westbrook in the corner where he's actually better at hitting that shot. Not that you should trust him to shoot a three anyway, more on that later. Instead, DeRozan dribbles into a pull-up jumper above the elbow. Now sure, that's a shot he takes and makes all the time, but proper situational awareness would dictate otherwise. And this guy's been in the league for quite some time. So, long rebound goes to OKC, and of course, SGA falls over and draws a dumb foul. The ensuing inbounds play leads to a great defensive stop, but Zach LaVine gets the rebound, brings it up the floor, Caruso picks him up, he looks as though he's going to go around Caruso, draws a defender into him, so he kicks it out to Russell Westbrook. Now, Russell Westbrook has played 18 seasons in the league. He's one of the smartest basketball players and one of the most competitive basketball players to ever play the game. So you would think, of all people, he wouldn't chalk up a three-point shot at this pivotal part of a one-point game. But you'd think wrong. Oh, and by the way, again, there's 18 seconds left in the shot clock. My first question is, why is Zach LaVine even passing the ball? He's the best player on the team, he's the leading scorer, and he's their biggest threat on the offensive end, in seemingly a mini fast break. As you can see, once he dribbles between his legs and attacks Caruso, the help defender tries to cover. But you're telling me LaVine can't split that and at least threaten to get to the rim? At this point, all five players are looking at LaVine. Hartenstein is on the other side of the paint. If you even make an attempt to go to the paint, you draw him in with Sabonis trailing him, you can easily drop a pocket pass to Sabonis for an easy deuce. Okay, so you pass to Westbrook. So why doesn't Westbrook drive the lane? LaVine is drawing two defenders, so you would think he can surely do that. Sabonis is still on the weak side, practically wide open. So instead, while he does shoot a wide open three, he's literally the worst three-point shooter on the floor for both teams. Why would he do that? Again, there's still 15 seconds on the shot clock. Why not reset and potentially have LaVine curl back over for a dribble handoff for a three, or at least another chance to attack the paint? But airball, rebound, and now in the ensuing play, SGA brings the ball up the floor. He's barely a few steps beyond half court, and Westbrook already commits to helping, leaving Lou Dort wide open for three, which as soon as he shot that, I said, that's game. And well, yes, Shea's the best player on the floor, and you want to at least neutralize his effectiveness and force other players to beat you. But don't leave a man wide open, especially after you took a terrible shot on the other end, and then that's your assignment and you blow that too. Also, where's the rotation? If you know Westbrook's going to come over and try to double team Shea, where's the rotation over to Lou Dort? So now the next play up the floor in the half-court set, double screen opens up the high post for Sabonis, but they struggle to even get the ball to Sabonis. He has to come all the way out of the post to get the ball 10 feet from the three-point line. And now they have to run a play with 6 seconds left. Schroeder drives to the rim, kicks it out to Sabonis for a wide-open three, which isn't a bad shooter and isn't a bad play. But he hasn't been in rhythm all game, and considering how scattered the offense was, even getting a chance for a shot, this may or may not be what you want. But I mean, this is all you get? And now the following play in the sequence is the kicker here. SGA brings the ball up the court, with an 8-second violation, by the way, no one conveniently saw, into the half court. Obviously, his gravity is going to dictate what you do defensively. SGA again draws two defenders, kicks it out again to Lou Dort, wide open, mind you. Luckily, he misses the shot, but there's terrible boxing out, which allows for Wiggins to come in and challenge Schroeder for the rebound, and then make a spectacular save to Hartenstein under the basket for an easy dunk and one. So then Hartenstein misses the free throw, and again, they can't corral the rebound. Even though there's nobody within 20 feet of the basket for the Thunder, it leads to another wide open three-point shot from Wiggins. Luckily, he misses. Finally, LaVine decides to attack the basket, gets two foul shots, which he makes. But in the death blow to this entire sequence of events, the Kings, as staggered as their defense is, they're somehow able to cause a missed shot, but seem to forget the most important aspect of a great defense, or even a good defense, and that's completing the defense with a rebound. It's brought back out by OKC, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander again makes a great pass out the double team, to Wiggins, who finds Caruso for the I make one a game 3-ball. You can't even call it a dagger because the series of events that led to this were death by 1,000 blows. I will say the Kings' final play was a really good offensive play with the two-man game screen and roll with Levine and Sabonis that led to an easy Sabonis dunk. But SGA caps it off with an FU3 at the end. As bad as the Kings have looked defensively, they've been in most of their games. But 4 games in, clearly the chemistry is off and it's causing this unit to be very disconnected. They can look good for 3.5 quarters, but when it comes down to closing the game out, they shit the bed, and it's reasons like this. Anyway, I just thought I'd talk about the sequence of events that I noticed in this game. I'm getting more into the ins and outs and mechanics of basketball more than the entertainment of it, so I might start doing more of these. But anyway, this has been Easy Leasy with This Week in Basketball. See ya.